Hey guys, this is Coach Kaiser, and I'm here to talk about classification, which is a review from 6th grade science. So hopefully you know most of this. The goals for this video is that you should be able to list the taxonomic classification levels in order. You should be able to list the currently recognized domains and kingdoms, and differentiate between prokaryotic and eukaryotic, multicellular and unicellular, heterotrophic and autotrophic, and asexual and sexual reproduction. Using these characteristics, you should be able to categorize an organism into a particular kingdom. Let's get it started. Taxonomic classification includes all organisms. It's the broadest level. The species is the most specific and only includes one kind of organisms. So domain is the broad, species is the most specific. As you go down, you are narrowing it down, so you're getting smaller in number, but they are more and more similar. So one way to remember it is to use a mnemonic like Dear King Philip came over for good soup, and that will just help you to remember the order, domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Alright, this right here is the kingdom Animalia, and it shows you the wide range of animals that are found in the kingdom. And as you go down, you notice they're getting more and more related, so more and more similar. So when we get down to family, they're all bears right here. And then it's only one type of organism once you get down to species. This shows you what in common humans and ostrich have. So they're in the same domain, the same kingdom, and the same phylum, and then they start to branch their own direction. Alright, so again, all living things can be put into a particular domain. There are 3 currently recognized domains. So, in science, sometimes after further study, it changes. So it used to be something else, but now it's 3. They are archaea, sometimes called archaebacteria, bacteria, which sometimes it's called eubacteria, and eukaryota. So when we go down to kingdoms, there are 6 currently recognized kingdoms. Archaea and bacteria, yes, they were also domains. They're also kingdoms. The other kingdoms are fungi, protista or protist, plants, sometimes called plantae, and animals, sometimes called Animalia. So how do you figure out what organisms go into the kingdom? You look at 4 main characteristics, and that would be type of cell, which is prokaryotic or eukaryotic, the number of cells, if it's uni or multicellular, the food source, how it gets its food, auto or heterotrophic, and mode of reproduction, which could be sexual or asexual. So let's review what these terms actually mean. Prokaryotic means no nucleus, so you can see the DNA is kind of floating around. It's not in a membrane-bound nucleus. And eukaryotic, which are cells that you have, do have a nucleus. So it has DNA that's surrounded by a membrane, and it also has lots of other organelles. Uni means one, so these would be single-celled or one-celled organisms. Multicellular, like us, has a lot of cells, and sometimes they have different kinds of cells or specialized cells. Autotrophs automatically make their own food through the process of photosynthesis. Heterotrophs, like us, have to eat to get energy or hunt. Asexual means you start with one parent and you will end up with uniform offspring. Sexual reproduction, it must have male and female, and it creates a diverse or unique offspring. So your quiz is going to look something like this. You should be able to fill in the 3 domains and the 6 kingdoms, and I'm going to randomly place blank squares where you have to fill in the missing characteristics. So, study on this one. Alright, I'm also going to ask you to given a partial list of characteristics, to be able to identify the domain, the kingdom, and any missing characteristics. So let's practice that a couple times. So this example organism is eukaryotic, autotrophic, and sexual. So, it's found, since it's eukaryotic, it's found in the domain Eukarya. Since it's autotrophic, that tells me plants. And so I know my other missing characteristic is multicellular. Let's try another one. This example organism, there's a picture over here. Notice that there's not a separate nucleus, so I'm thinking it's prokaryotic. Let's check the other characteristics. It's unicellular, asexual, and it's also a decomposer. So that's going to fit into the domain bacteria, the kingdom bacteria, and the missing characteristics, yep, we were right, it's prokaryotic, and it can be auto or heterotrophic. So, if you need some help, ask a buddy, rewind the video, or let your teacher know. Thanks.